Good morning, it's Molly Reamer from Bridget's Grove and 30 Days of Goddess, and I'm out this morning with one of the first copies of the new 30 Days of Goddess Companion Daily Devotional deck, offering it a little blessing of welcome, and I wanted to do a brief unboxing, so to speak, with everybody to show them what the deck is like. And this was created as a companion to our daily prayer books, and is a professionally printed version of the prayer cards that I make that go in the back of the books to cut out and glue onto your pages. But it can also be a standalone, completely standalone deck. You do not have to even know what I'm talking about with the 30 Days of Goddess practice. You can use it in a circle. You can use it, to open a yoga class. You can use it at a ritual. You can use it for daily meditation, anything. There's all kinds of ways in which you can use it, as well as using it for inspiration for ritual and practice. So it does come in a little unsealed bag, and then we got them in a tin, which I really love the tin. It's a double-sized tin, and it was one of those things that added to the cost of it, but it just made me so happy that I wanted to get them this way anyway. And then you can customize the lid with any of your own stickers or anything you like to put on there, though I kind of like it just plain. So anyway, the tin has a tendency to get kind of scratched up when you carry it around, and to me that's okay because it's a sign of love. And so then inside, there's a divider in the bottom that I think may be meant to be pulled out and thrown away, but I leave it in there because I like having the divider present. And then the deck is actually 3 decks in one: prompts, practices, and prayers, but it's bound in, this is a double-sized tin case, and so the cards, when they arrive, are in 2 packs, even though there are 3 decks in there. So they have a little wrapper around them to keep them intact, and then this little thing, the divider, comes out if you don't want it in there. But like I said, I've been keeping mine in there because I like to have space. And then I did learn that the Woman Runes deck there's just enough space that if you divide these chunks up, the Woman Runes deck can also fit in the same tin, so you can have all the decks together in the same tin. So then they have little wrappers around them, which I didn't give much thought to whether I could take them off one-handed. So that's a high adventure. Looks like I can. And then there are a few explanatory cards at the beginning to give you some ideas of how these are intended to work, some reminders about daily practice, a little snapshot of the words that were included in this deck, a body blessing, and some ideas for use. And this was, and then they have this background. But my point was that we are planning to publish expansion packs that will have different words and different prayers and all that kind of stuff. We had to start somewhere, and essentially if we've used everything that I've made this year, this would be a deck that was 500 cards long, and that's unwieldy and impractical. So we chose the first 30 words that I had created, or that I had brought into play for this practice, and that's where we decided to start, and we'll add to it as we go. But the words, to clarify, the words, you don't have to go in order. This is a very flexible experience, and so you can use the words for inspiration, you can use them for writing prompts, you can use them for mindfulness triggers, you can use them for just a little tiny snapshot message, etc. So anyway, then the deck, I like it when they come because they're in this color order. They're in color order with the backgrounds, and I think it's really visually appealing to have them all like that in order. So it was hard for me originally to mix them up because I liked them the way they were. It's also, I should have got my tripod out because this is quite a challenge. So, and then the backgrounds are different. So the word, the prompts, so it's prompts, practices, and prayers. The prompts are blue on the back. The practices are red on the back, like red for ritual. And then the prayers are purple on the back, like purple for prayer. So the second half of the deck. And as I said, you will not keep these in order. They're not meant to be kept in order. There actually is no real order. This is just how they're packed to begin with. But I find it appealing and rewarding to look at them when they're all so tiny like that. They make me happy. Oh, see, and it's delight. That's what I feel right now. Oh, that's what I feel right now. So what happens is you mix them all together, and I have my other, this is the new deck that just arrived with the pre-orders, and so here's my existing one. I'm gonna keep these in order because of my fulfillment that I feel with looking at them that way, and I might like to take some other pictures. Oops. And here's my in-practice one, so you can see how they fit with Women in Step 2. But I just take out a chunk of them. I don't try to use them all at one time. And so they're all mixed together, just however they happen to be. And then and you don't have to use all 3 of them in one day. Like you could just pick a word if you felt like you wanted a little bit of inspiration. Oh, haha! I did not plan that. That's what was there. And so, inspire. But then if you want to keep going, you build kind of a mini ritual or a little mini practice into the day with the deck. And so then you want to practice, make an offering, which actually is what I've been doing today with my little bowl. So that's perfect. And then a prayer, which is purple. And so usually what I do is I actually just read it out loud, but you might want to put your hand on your heart. You might want to lie down for a moment. You might want to take a couple of deep breaths, and you may wish to address it to a goddess of your choice that you are working with. So you may want to say, dear Inanna or Persephone or whoever is in your life. You may wish to address it that way, or even just, oh great goddess, or goddess, or the prayers. Most of the prayers are written in that way that they can be addressed to a broad sense of the sacred, to divinity, to any deity that you experience, or even just to the great grand what is. So may I lean into listening. May I open my arms to the unsolvable mystery. May I deepen into wonder with so much beautiful impossibility in my hands. And so then, with only about 2 minutes out of your day, you have had a small touch of the sacred, a small ritual to nourish your senses and your heart and your sense of connection, and a sacred pause with which to begin your day. So this deck is intended to help you center a goddess-centered practice into your day that fits, a practice that fits into your day. So that's the intention here. And as I said, you can use these cards and practices in many ways. For example, you could pick 3 of the practice cards, the ritual cards, and then you could use that to build a larger practice for a ritual that you were doing, or a group, or a yoga class, etc. So, or for planning ahead for the next time. So then asks everyone to bring something to make an offering with. And then after you do it, hold your arms open wide, gather in some love and energy, and then hold your hands at prayer pose, and lift them to your forehead, then to your lips and back to your heart. So then you have built a tiny ritual using the prompts from these cards. So meant to be integrated into your life, meant to support you in daily devotion. And it's really my intention, my hope is that this nourishes and encourages and supports your life as it is, and enriches your day with, the kiss of the sacred, the touch of the goddess, the mindfulness in your heart of your connection and your devotion. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.